I'm gonna try to make this video today. I've been trying to make this video over the past week and couldn't do it. Non-stop interruptions from my kids, or basically just that. The last time I made it, I got interrupted 10 times from my 3-year-old. I actually counted. So yeah, I'm gonna explain this. So this video kind of starts out on a sad note. I wanted to document this. Ew, bug. There's a bug in my room. I wanted to document this because I wanted to be able to keep track of my cycle, as well as to keep track of when it happened, why it happened, and that way it's documented. So I made a video about 2 weeks ago saying that I was pregnant. In the video I said that I was 5 weeks pregnant. I didn't go to an OB yet. I hadn't gone to a gynecologist. I hadn't had a blood test. I didn't have nothing. I was going off of urine tests, home pregnancy tests, the correct term. And I took 4 of them, and all of them came up positive. I took a digital one by Clear Blue. I took $3 store ones. Yeah, I took 4. All of them were positive, so I was pregnant. On July 27th, I started bleeding. By July 28th, I had passed the baby. I passed it at home. I don't know how many weeks I was. They didn't get a chance to really see. My uterus was empty. They said when they took the ultrasound, the baby was already passing down my already down my, it was passing. So it didn't show up on the ultrasound. So on July 28th, the morning of, I passed the baby at home. I am guessing I was probably anywhere between 4.5 and 5 weeks pregnant. It was the cramps were weird. I've had 4 miscarriages. This was my 4th miscarriage that I've had in my life. But my other 3 miscarriages, I don't remember them being as intense as this one was. It was very crampy, but they were weird cramps. They weren't like regular menstrual cramps. They were kind of almost felt like gastric pains. They were just kind of like very gastric and very sharp. But they were cramps. They were cramps because I took an ibuprofen in the middle of the night and they went away within 45 minutes. But when I woke up the next morning on July 28th, after the cramps started, the baby was passing. It took about 3 days for me to pass everything, to pass the whole entire baby. It was very sad. I cried for about 3 to 4 days. Every time it happened, I would keep crying. I was heartbroken. I mean, it's normal. It's normal condition for a woman to feel that you're passing your baby into a toilet. It was just very, very heartbreaking. It was very sad. I did go to my gynecologist. I went to my gynecologist last Wednesday. I think it was last Tuesday or Wednesday. Yes, because I went 1 week after it happened. She checked me, made sure, they ran their typical tests that they do after you have a miscarriage, and she said I was completely healthy. She didn't see anything wrong. My body was doing what it was supposed to do, so I didn't need a D&C. Again, they still didn't, they thought and they assumed that I wasn't that far along. They said that I was probably only maybe about 4.5, maybe 5 weeks pregnant, maybe even 3 weeks. They said that I probably was very early. My OB and my gynecologist were very, very sympathetic. They were very understanding. They were very helpful. They were very, they walked me through the whole entire process of it because it was very shocking to me. It had been 4 years since I had had a baby, and my last baby was normal. I had a live birth, but it was 4 years since I had a baby. So I didn't expect this to happen. I really thought that this baby was meant to be because of the circumstances it happened. the way everything happened. And it was just, when I saw the positive on the test, I really thought to myself, this is meant to be. But it wasn't. I'm still not completely all together, so now I guess I can speed up to where I am now. I stopped bleeding completely about 4 days ago, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, less than a week. It did take about 9 days for me to completely stop bleeding. Right after I stopped bleeding, I know I was fertile. I could tell by the way my body and the way I felt. About 3 to 4 days after the miscarriage, I started to get ovulation symptoms. I started having really, really bad sexual, dreams, and I started feeling frisky, and I started getting emotional and crabby and crying, and then I got the little pains. I was running through the park chasing my son or whatever, and I got like some pains on each side of my ovaries, and that was the clue right there that I was ovulating, or I was about to ovulate. You can actually ovulate multiple times after having a miscarriage because your body is trying to recalculate. It's trying to get right back where it was. So I think I might have ovulated twice already, and I am ovulating right now. This is I think my second time ovulating during this miscarriage. So my symptoms right now have been, for the past couple of days, very anxious, and that's very normal for me because when I ovulate, or I'm about to ovulate, I get anxiety really bad because my hormones just spike and they go through the roof, because it's normal. My body is trying to prepare itself for reproduction, and it's, there's a lot of things going on, and my body is trying to, work me up to have sex and things like that. And so I do get anxiety because of it. I do get sleeping problems. I don't sleep worth a crap when I'm ovulating or in pre-ovulation. I toss and turn a lot, and then I'm usually just very uncomfortable at night. I'm very hot. I sweat a lot. Like I said, I have a lot of sex dreams. I'm very thirsty. I get like really thirsty, and then during the day, I'm just very anxious, very emotional. Very emotional. I'm very, very emotional. I cry over everything. I'm just like a big baby. It's hilarious. I'm very unfocused. I cannot focus worth a crap. If I try, like right now, I'm supposed to be cleaning out my bathroom, and I'm supposed to be scrubbing down the tub. That ain't happening. I ended up going to the store. My mind's like all over the place, and it's because of the hormones. I can't focus on one task. I have a really hard time trying to stay motivated to complete a task. Motivation is not a problem. I don't have a problem with motivation. I'm very hyper. I want to like keep doing stuff, but I don't stay on one task. I have like ADHD. I'll just move on to the next task without finishing the other one. I'm very careless with money. I get really stupid with money. Like, I get really into beauty products and clothes, and like I'm trying to get like earrings and all that stuff, which is normal. The other thing that I noticed too was I've been getting cystic acne. So that's now I'm gonna talk about this. I woke up with this on my face. I have it really bad right here. I didn't put any makeup on today. I just put mascara on. But this hurts really bad. It was really painful, and that caught me this morning. I was like, oh, I'm about ready to roll into PMS. So I do have PMDD naturally, and my ovulation and my PMS sometimes overlap each other. And when that happens, and obviously going through a miscarriage is going to confuse my body, so my body doesn't really know what it's doing right now, I will end up getting an overproduction of oil on my face, and I'm really oily right now, like bad. I usually have it right here, sick, and really bad right here. So I get it on my T-zone. My chin has been suffering really bad. I don't know what it is with my chin lately, but when I hit my 30s, I started getting acne really bad on my chin. Past couple of days I've been covering it with makeup, but when I saw this morning, I was like, probably should take it easy on the makeup because it's not really helping. So this was really painful. So I have cystic acne. I do have discharge right now, regular ovulation discharge. I have to say the worst part of it, besides actually losing your baby, is the hormonal mental effect that it takes on you. You really kind of lose it, especially women that have PMDD and have, you know, premenstrual issues, as is normally. It really does take a toll on your mind. You start to kind of trip out. Like, you really don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know where you're at, because a week ago you were, 2 weeks ago you were getting ready for a baby, and you were making plans and eating prenatal vitamins, and your body was gearing up for the baby. And all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, now you're right back where you were again, and you're normal, and you don't have a baby, and you don't know where you're at in your cycle. Me, I'm a cycle tracker. I have an app on my phone. I'm very into tracking my cycles. I am like so into it that I actually go on Pinterest and look up foods and things to eat through each phase of my cycle. I can't do that right now because I don't know where I'm at. I've been guessing by going off of like my old periods and things like that on my app. I'm guessing right now that I'm ovulating and that I'm about to roll into PMS, because about 13 to 14 days after I ovulate, I start my period. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna start my period around the end of this month. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I do. I'm hoping that I do, because I don't like this. It's exhausting, it's uncomfortable, the anxiety sucks, the emotional side of it, crying all the time. Like, I cry like every day. Like, my husband has no idea. I cry every day. I cried yesterday in the truck. That truck could talk. That truck would be like, you need to hear this. But I cry all the time. I have a really hard time making decisions. It was like the other day I went out and I bought 2 boxes of brown hair coloring, because I'm a natural brunette. I have this stupid hangnail. This thing is driving me nuts. It's like this dumb hangnail. I went out and I bought, see, can't focus, 2 boxes of brown hair coloring. And what I was going to do is I was going to just finish off, because my hair is naturally as brunette, so I'm pretty much brown. So I went out and I was going to do this, and I was going to, just finish it off and just, paint the rest of this brown, because there's like sections of where my hair is brown. That's brown. She didn't do a very good job, and she highlighted my hair. There's a lot of brown in my hair. There's not a lot of blonde. So I bought it, and I was like, okay, well, that's what I'm going to do. Like, let's just finish the job. Let's, Plus, my hair has been really, really dry lately, and I thought maybe that the coloring would add some moisture back to my hair, because I got my hair cut recently, and my salon lady told me, she goes, your hair's really dry. I thought maybe that would help. Well, anyways, I ended up going to do it, and I had an anxiety attack twice. I tried doing it the day that I got it, couldn't do it. Then I tried doing it first thing in the morning. I thought to myself, like, get up, start the day, let's do it, get it out of the way. No, I had another anxiety attack, still couldn't do it. So the hair coloring is currently just sitting in my hall right now, like, you're gonna use us, but it's just sitting there. I really just need to just get over this. It's really, I know what's happening to me. I know exactly what's going on, but it's hard when you do struggle with anxiety, generalized anxiety naturally, as well as you have menstrual problems naturally that really screw with your brain, and it just makes everything hard. So this video is for all the women out there that have PMDD, you have menstrual problems, and you experience a miscarriage early on, and you feel like you're losing your mind. You're not. Trust me, it's completely normal. Everything that you're going through is normal. The insomnia, the sweating, the crying spells, the hunger spells, the feeling like you don't know what to do, not knowing what the direction. This is the best advice that I can give you. If you didn't already, for future reference, always keep a menstrual period app on your phone. Like, please. And if you don't have that kind of phone, you can track it on your calendar. Get a calendar. The best thing that you can do for your mental stability when it comes to your periods, and knowing, especially if you do suffer from PMDD, keeping track of your cycle, because if you lose track of it, I mean, unfortunately, given miscarriage, there's not much you can do, but you can kind of tell when things are happening and try to keep track. What I do is I've been jotting notes down every day. Every day I write everything down. Even if I haven't even started a period in 2 months, I'm still writing everything down, because once my period does start, I'll be able to look back on those notes and be like, oh, okay, so I ovulated on this day. Oh, okay, that's why I felt like that on this day. And it'll be a little bit better clarification in case I do want to try again and try again for a baby. And if you want to try again and have a baby. And then it's just good for your mental stability, so you're not feeling like you're completely out of whack and losing your mind. So anyways, so I just wanted to make this video, and you know, yes, unfortunately I lost the baby. There's nothing I can do about that. It happened, but I can start over again. That's the good thing, that God gave us the ability to do that. To, if it happens, you have the, hopefully if you're healthy and everything's fine, you do have the ability to start again and try again. So anyways, to everybody that's experienced, any woman that's watched this video experiencing a miscarriage right now and you're going through it, I'm with you. I know what you feel. I know how you, I get it. I've had 4 of them, and it's not the end of the road. It isn't. You may feel like it is, but it's not. You can try again if you're healthy enough, and just know that everything that you're going through is 100% normal, and you will feel normal again. It's just how our bodies work. So keep track. That's the only thing I can say. Just keep track. Write everything down, jot everything down, get an app, get a notebook, write everything down so you remember. So anyways, peace out, you guys. This video is like 17 minutes long, but I finally got it done. I finally got it finished. I know I'm missing a few key points in the video, but maybe I'll do a more in-depth video later on. But peace out, you guys.